It's book review time. Hello guys, it's LukeJ62895's speaking. Well, it's been 2 years since 2 years, since I've been reading a book to everyone. So today I feel like I'm reading a book to everybody. Well, the first episode I was going to read, 2 years ago I was going to read The Big Comfy Couch Where's Molly. And now I feel like having a meltdown for all this video. So, cut for copyright claims for this YouTube video I've originally uploaded to YouTube. So now I'm reading a book which is now going to be called Street Game: The Complete History of Sesame Street. So today I'm going to read that book in order of celebrating 45 years of Sesame Street. Getting ready to be 46 in November 10th. So yeah. So for right now, let's read Street Game: The Complete History of Sesame Street by Michael Davis. Okay, I would just have to read the whole thing. Street Game. Street Game: The Complete History of Sesame Street by Michael Davis. Yeah, to these we have 6 people. Okay, that's just nice. Copyright 2008 by Michael Davis. And yeah, I'm just reading this book because of not of reviewing the whole book, and I'm reading the whole thing. So yeah. Anyway, today let's move on. Okay, move on. Sorry, my mouth keeps mumbling. Anyway, continue. Prologue. Joe James Cooney walked toward the corner of Anyway, Emerson Avenue and 112th Street, lost in the fog and Griff. Grief. I cannot spell it right, so yeah. Anyway, ahead were the correlated pets that crown that the Cathedral of St. John the Divine. A Catholic revival gory of Manhattan's Upper West Side. Black I cannot read this word. LIMOUSINES. Excuse me. With blonde, lined curbside, clock in the street as NYPD officers wave their arm to a K effort to get vehicles moving. The sidewalks were overrun by Peregrines. Hundreds of them? Let me get this straight, okay? You gotta be kidding me. Anyway, all moving towards corridor steps. Cootie walk alongside mothers with toddlers and clutching Ernie's dolls, which is cool enough. Student playing hooky from school, which I don't know why. Executives in crib suits, midtown securities in heels, Latinas in scoop neck tops, and bohemian types of spine jeans, running shoes, and long ponytails. It was May 21st, 1990, 5 days after Jim Henson's death. Her friend and creative partner since 1969 has died at the age of 53, which I don't know why. From a runaway strip inflection gone strawberry, foolishly untreated. There were no other word to describe as passing over than shocking, sorry. Anyway, and what was playing just that way, it was in the papers and on the nightly news. People who didn't know him wept, as if a favorite uncle has died, which I don't know why. Ugh. That supervise, okay. Now, yeah. It should be one of the ones where every day videos on the weekend vlogs, actually. Continue. Adult who sat with the adult at Thanksgiving, but who would had preferred their kids' tables. Oh my God. Anyway, it came out enforced for the public memorial, filling that vast base, vaulted scarcity, even more than the originators of the event as okay, I'm in trouble, guys. We're currently 8 minutes of recording, and I don't know where we start at. We'll be right back. Hello! Okay, it's not even Friday yet. It's Tuesday. Okay. I have a special announcement for Friday. Okay? This Friday, I'm going to have a special Friday's LukeJ62895's episode where we're going to have two things. One, a recap on Elon-thon, which is a dance marathon which Marshall attended for over 24 hours, so you get the point. And that's where he thought about the whole thing. Two, Brad Mapslomy has some thoughts about his Game On announcements and everything. And we'll have some big news coming up when we come back. But right now, Stay tuned for Friday's LukeJ62895's It's Friday, right here on LukeJPM TV. Or, dang it, LukeJ62895's YouTube channel. Stay tuned. Dang it! Okay, I got it now, folks. I have got this. Anyway, I finally got it. Anyway, they come out in force to the public memorial, filling the vase, void scantiarity, even more than the organizer, of the event has been and anti-escaped, some 5,000 attendees filled the pews, yeah. Anyway, standing in the what is it word again? Take a word, and spilling into the azel, I did not mean to pronounce a word, but yeah, whatever. The overflow was so great that people simply dropped their backpacks, filled up their strollers, and saying the hard stone floor, coaster rolled upon the wall near them, were mourners bound by their years together working for their with the Children's Television Workshop, also known as CTW. Now it's known as Sesame Workshop, whatever the hell you call it. Anyway, the non-provincial corporation Cooney had helped build. Cooney took a seat next to Christopher Scherf, who did Little Christy, one of my favorite characters, who did 8 Balls of Fur, and the bouncy ball thing's one of my favorites, so you get the point here as a kid, so yeah. Moving on. One of the founding fathers of Sesame Street. Really? He's a founding father of Sesame Street? Are you kidding me? Anyway, moving on. From the altar, the congregations where was a impression Isaac combats dapples the profusions of spring green. Yeah, it should be LukeJPM's color. Moving on. That will be this was to be expected. Just his team. Tributes as national as responses colors. Jim Henson had old Kermit the Green, which is Kermit the Frog. Yeah. Cooney's thoughts wandered that to Kermit in the early days of Sesame Street. Reminders of that time were everywhere. Sitting nearby were Fred Goss, who in 1969 Sesame's debut year became a Henson's portage, having joined the Muppets right out of high school for more than 20 years. Oz has been upon Uptight Bert, which is okay. The Henson's mischievous Arnie. Which is kind of strange. The straight man of the odd couple could comedy adult on the Muppet Show. Their roles had reversed. Oz was audaciously supposedly Miss Piggy. To Henson's push to the brink, Kermit the Frog. At no time at Jim Henson's world called it so quite as markedly as at this memorial over the one side where was Henson's friend Harry Belafonte. A humanitarian and artist Belafonte has appeared on the Muppet Show, where he introduced Turn Around the World, a joyless, a spiteful African folk melody that would be the part of the day's program. Anyway, I cannot do this in front of the story, but if I want to read this book, I will not be able to turn the book around. So let's continue. Anyway, let's see here. Not far away from Larry Michaels, who created Miss Saturday Night Live, who gave the Muppets a weekly showcase during the auditions first season's 1975 of Saturday Night Live. At the time when the missions Henson feared that he might be trapped from the injury in children's television, Sesame Street, whatever. Excuse me. Henson's talent manager, Bernie Bridgman, saw to it. No idea what that is. That never happened. Brilliant Stain, who signed to John Belsky and Don Dan Aykroyd and Gilda Radler, was like a second father to Jim Henson, a Jewish one, which is cool enough. In the late 80s, Henson has separated from his wife, Jane, the mother of the 5 children. For most of his career, he has been more married to his work than to Jane. In a relationship that began when they meet as students on the College Park campus in the University of Maryland with Red. Henson, who was known to work around the clock in the studio where production deadline loom, and travel schedule and list of business commitments would have seemed unreasonable to most. He seemed happier and more fulfilled away from home, but he just craved time with his 2 sons and 3 daughters. Strange. As a single man, Henson had what are 2 hats? I don't get it. Had his pick of strategy, beautiful combinations, Daryl, Hannah, like Hannah Montana. Joking. Never mind. Who had flown, I'm sorry, I'm in the wrong one, who had flown from California, from the service on the private jet plane, which is nice, and now wept softly in the poo, which I don't know why, had been one of them. Henson went through a Hollywood stages in late 40s, in his early 50s, shed in a signature bohemian wardrobe for goods and from radio. Drive, I don't know why. His beard looks neatly trim. Yeah, mine would have the same thing to you, Jim. Anyway, and his hairstyle, from this appearance, he made with Kermit on the late night on Studio Hall show, but just 12 days before he died. The plan of the sore throat in the green room that night, he was uncharacteristically, whatever the word that is, flat and slow on the uptake during a interview segment. Henson used occasion to plug an upcoming special shot of Disney World in Orlando to introduce Clifford. Boy, Clifford the Big Red Dog. Joking. Anyway, a new Muppet musician working for Dr. Teeth and the Electric Mayhem. The house band from the Muppet Show, African American puppeteer Kevin Clash, which I need to meet so bad. Look. Gave voice and performance to Clifford. Yeah, more like Clifford the Big Red Dog. So moving on. He's of Fascia dreadlocks, okay. Sunglasses and virtual delivery that it was gonna see, okay. Auburn compulsory clash was sensible. Blending the black comic and the audience hollowed, okay. Henson seemed to enjoy it as much as anyone. And welcome review to have Clash carry the load. It was Henson finals television advice interview. Strange. Anyway. Chris Curve lost a dear friend, comic Grayson Henson. Walking into the memorial, he was numb with grief. Good grief. Joking. It's not Charlie Brown, Goofy. It's Street Game. It has to do with this book, not Charlie Brown. Moving on. Anyway, but being surrounded by his children's television workshop known as Sesame Workshop colleagues. With a comfort, only months earlier, Sesame Street composer, arranger, extraordinaire Joe Resipio has been laid to rest, died at age 51. I wonder why with this Joe Resipio composer. I love Joe Resipio. He composes "Everybody Sleeps, bum bum bum, everybody sleeps." Okay, moving on. And from compilations of Labonia. Anyway, Triff composed tunes for Sesame Street as well. Half silly, half son. Okay, put their numbers. It's the son of Bennett Curve. Okay. The Whitney co-founder of Random House, which is cool enough. Chris has been used his book World DNA, which DNA's now okay for me. Look, to create the first paperback library of Sesame Street books. Yeah, I love Sesame Street. Yeah. He was also sly of unpredictable, which made him a perfect fit for Henson's extended family and merch makers. Sure provided many good times in Sesame's freewheeling formative days, and when a elaborable plank when we do as Henson with a puddle. Cooley knew that everything about Sesame Street has been utterly be turned upside down the minute Jim Henson would declare died at 1:30 a.m. on Wednesday, May 16th. In the final hour, he twice went into cardiac arrest. Are you kidding me? Are you seriously kidding me? He's in the cardiac arrest. Well, that was just very over. I really miss Jim Henson. Moving on. As a raging infection shut down his organs and left him struggling for air, surrounded by strangers. I don't know. Screw those strangers. Ugh. The causes of his death were a group A scribacterial pneumonia. Yeah. An infection that probably started with that sore throat. He complained about in Los Angeles that night of the Australian taping. Yeah. The timely course of predation would have saved him, but he chose not to seek medical help until it was too late. Henson was mother was a practicing Christian scientist. I'm a Christian, so I'm not really a scientist. So you know me, Jim. Had considered calling in the faith healer, but after hours of fever-ish deadline, he finally received to be taken to the hospital around 4 a.m. Henson's public-ish Arthur Novel received a phone call in San Francisco. Oh, Arthur, I'm not feeling well. Henson wraps Sense in Danger Novel arranged to put the Manhattan car service to pick up Henson and the Shuri Neverland Hospital. I don't know why. Henson, who organs are failing, walked in the lobby and got in the limbo. Brakes limits were lost and the driver pulled up to the door at New York and the hospital with the pre-chorus and the back off away from the emergency entrance. More time due to the loss of when Henson was sent to the driver on his way, ensuring that he could walk to the ER. There was no argument with him. I agree. And there's no argument. I agree with you guys. Thank you, Jim. Thank you guys for not taking care of Jim Henson. Good. Anyway, for all his personal traces, Henson was a fearful, unyielding man who almost always got his ways that served him well in business. Well, where he could wear people down. Jim Henson was a genius, and not only for reinvent puppetry, which I'm doing the same thing, Jim, for the television age, for the inspiration from giraffe and characters when the makeup you smile just thinking about them. Henson was a genius businessman as well. His only flaws might have been in ability to stay within budget to his feature-length films. Okay, that'd be good. And his unwillingness to fire people when Prudence would have suggested he would do so. Why'd you fire people? He always found someone else to take that responsibility. Puppetry, he once said, he was in the way of hiding. It's a way of hiding. At 6 foot 3 and perpetually whatever beard to cover and scars. Henson was defined by democracy and often the boffing contradictions. He was shy by nature, yet his creations were supposedly silly and spontaneous, often recent. And compatible. At times, he played Piper, organizing one of the New York most organization's annual costume parties. He spoke of simple pleasures, but had a taste for European casinos, coastal vacation homes, and 4-star dining. He lived large, but as a environmentalist, talk of protecting a small planet, shrinking resources. He embraced and celebrate life, explore the planet's shrinking. That was the wrong line. Explore and spread the acres of joy, but stuff it through at least one major depression. After his fantasy films, Dark Crystal bombed at the box office, and was dismissed by critics. Henson was deeply unhappy and figured in the months of leading up to his death, many believe since they would now live and to see grandchildren. Pointed to the plan he had drawn up 5 years earlier to the public memorial service, and as evidence that he believed the end was near. It was included in letters that left behind for each of the children's, in which Henson incurred a burning curiosity about the and for afterlife, and then eagerness to reconnect with the dead, and accurate the children that he would be waiting for them on the other side. Yeah, I was gonna go to slow so many times, but I can't. Anyway, he also asked his survivors to bring everyone together for a few songs and stories. Is there anyway, I gotta sit down because I cannot read looking like this. Anyway, let's continue. He also has his survivors to bring everyone together for a few songs and stories, and saying that guests involving wearing Theodore Black as the son of himself and the jazz Fanzer. He requested that they New Orleans style band play Where the Saints Go marching in. He requested that the proceedings be entertaining, like hoping that friends and colleagues would provide laughter and the large doses silliness. Worthily, the Muppets. Anyway, I have to move on because I cannot read looking like this. Anyway, look at more feeling the Muppets. Excuse me. Excuse me. Henson wrote the letter 3 years before he began working about a contract for Walt Disney Company. Doing so, some believe was the beginning of the end. Disney CEO Michael D. Answer waited for the proceedings to begin, although Frank Wells, his number 2 at the company in the late 1980s, Heinster had been clever enough to see Disney's cast of classic characters aimed at the very young, such as Mickey Mouse and Goofy. We forgot to add Donald Duck to the book. Anyway, we're being slowly splintered in the children's heart by fresher, hipper icons, Einstein and Wells. Well, Wells. He would be missed, so it was memorized since The Lion King, so yeah. Has pledged a huge pile of Disney dollars, a sum estimated to be between $100 million and $150 million, and to purchase Henson's production company and library of films and television properties. The price includes an ownership, the satirical and sometimes satiric puppet inseemable that had been made the Muppet Show worldwide sensation, but it did not and would not include the Muppets Henson Spidey created for Sesame Street. Hence believed that would no entertainment company better suit than Disney to prepare such multi-dimensional characters as Miss Piggy, the Fozzie Bear. I might have yeah, Miss Piggy. Yeah, the Porrick W. Sorry, Fozzie Bear, the coolest comic in the Hungary Boggy critics. Sadrin Wardrobe. Anyway, Disney's largest history of protecting its characters. It's the stuff of Hollywood legend Eisner. The company wanted to sue the Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Science over an unauthorized, Oscar appearance by the actress portraying Snow White. Yeah. Cooney, no, I'm sure to be cold there. Okay, what? Okay, that's strange. When he was in the pursuit of the creative cat property, she was not pleased with her predatory forays into Sesame Street. Her gut, Quan has been as she concerned how miserable Eisner had made things for Henson in his final months. Henson's gentle manner, mask, and a silly shrewdness. You cannot budge him if he didn't want to be budged. But Eisner had been surprisingly interested in Henson campaign. Cooney, a courageous woman who had persuaded senators and top collaterals to do her bidding, who had stared down cancer, and who was married to the private clearly mogul who could quite possibly arrange to buy the entire Disney company and push came the shove where it was not emanated by his tags. Cooney held Disney in high regard by regarding the company's merchandising arms as peers in the marketplace of character licensed toys, games, and consumer goods. She would consider that Eisner would not be satisfied into his deal with Henson by Sweden by ownership of Sesame Muppets, which is strange because we need to do it. Why? I mean, tell me why. Anyway, which guaranteed an amortization of $50 million to $17 million annually. The license of the merchandising fees split between Sesame Workshop and Henson's as Incorporated. In 1969, Henson had waived his performance fee to Sesame Street in exchange for full ownership of his characters, agreeing later to split any revenue guaranteed by them in times where both organizations depend on that revenue for survival. By 1990, Sesame Workshop, formerly known as Children's Television Workshop (CDW), had long shed its dependence on government and for now to try to get grants and gain its financial independence by building and situation a format endowment or something. Endowment, yeah, that's it. Henson, Associates enormous for going over budget and productions. Stay afloat thanks for the huge popularity of its characters and at the public hunger for Muppets license for have bed lines or something. Polio, computer games, action figures, books, CDs, and other products. By 1989, after building his company from a husband and wife operation, out of the trunk of his car and the world's most recognized entertainment brands. Henson was a eager return to December entrance of Queen performing. Disney had offered a way to cash out and a layer of intent, by which he when sold his privately held company. Yeah. We'll be right back, because I have to get ready to answer this, and I'm not kidding. How long is this? Oh, yeah. This is until 10 page. And we're going to wrap this things up with the Prologue page of chapter of the book, because I'm thinking we're going to have to write back message commercial break thing, because I think we're going to have to get ready for the whole thing. Hold on, phone. We're coming. Anyway, we'll be right back, and stay tuned for more commercial breaks. So, stay tuned. Hello guys, just to let you know, my 20th birthday celebration thing is coming on in 2 months and a half. Just to let you know, there will be another episode of LukeJ62895's coming your way in about 10 episodes later. Stay tuned for that on June 26, 2015. And then there will be another special Vlog Weekly episode sometime June 26th till June 28th. Then on June 28th, 2015, there will be a special Vlog Weekly and with various Good Plus Hangout guests with a party going on here. But yeah, just let you know. So yeah, stay tuned for that on YouTube. On our YouTube channels. Stay tuned. Stay tuned for more book reviews coming soon. Right now, I'm going to be able to read Street Gang Chapter 1 coming up after the Prologue book. Right here on the book reviews. So stay tuned. Welcome back, and this is going to be the final commercial break until we read a book. And this is going to be the 10th page we're going to be reading. The 6th to the 10th page we're going to be reading. So it's going to be Street Game by Michael Davis. About so many days ago. We just read Private Hell Company. And now I'm going to read it to you guys. Anyway, Henson was eager to return to the similar existence to create and perform, and Disney have offered a way to cash out, and the letter intended by which he would have sold by his private held company to the California-based entertainment media coalitions, which already signed. Strange enough. Anyway, but after months of legal progress, during which Henson had committed working with Disney, valid committed deal. Lingering doubts began to plague him, as me as were hailing the merger in progress as a business association made in entertainment heaven. Yeah, I agree. The cord bubbled out just beneath the surface of Disney Studios in Florida and California. Yeah. Henson employees customary whatever that word is to his whatever that word is, BENELOVO, BELENC. I cannot say that word. Anyway, creative freedom and cameras were severing massive cultural stock in their day-to-day dealings within Disney. Within Disney's can I say the word? Can you help me out here? Yeah. Rapagus. Yeah. Negative party. Everything. Right. They referred to their new working environment as okay, whatever. Beyond that, Henson was beginning to shave as provisions in the deal for his exclusive personal service and for the rights to any future characters he might create. Yeah. There were not unreasonable demands from a company about to dump carload of cash. Yeah, that's a lot of money at his door. But regret clearly at all else. Yeah, sorry. But regard clearly was saying, and for the men who valued creative freedom and independence above all else. Trap was the only word Cooney could use to describe how Henson felt. and she believed the whole situation was causing him. And immense grief and contributing to his lack of some finish, whatever that's called. Yeah, I cannot say it because it's not in the book. Anyway, Piscal, Bruce Henson, felt that he would be Disney's Harry's compensated, but denigrated servant for the rest of his life. Yeah, I feel bad for Disney and Henson Company. Yeah, what the business page pundits and entertainment insiders never quite sniff out about the stalled marriage, about his roots in Eisner's. Okay, yeah, whatever. Conventions, yeah, and for the Sesame Muppets. The Biden-Simpsons revolves to discuss the matter. Eisner went a bit loud. Cooney recalled how early in the winter of 1990, Henson had invited her to attend what he described as a peace luncheon with Eisner. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, yeah. At which he wanted to put the matter to rest once and for all. She remembered how charming Eisner had been, how well the lunch was proceeding, so she looked over at Henson, saw that he had become upset, which I don't know why, over the stray remark of Eisner's, in which he discussed the Sesame Muppets as if he might own them. There you go again, Henson said to Eisner, blood rising up his neck. Oh no, not the argument again. Cooney had never seen Henson like that again, which I agree with Joe Kent's Cooney. Anyway, it was that day that the parties became really personal. It wasn't about the business anymore. He called Frank Oz, Henson's longtime creative partner. It was about what Jim believed in. The spirituality and purity of the characters, and there were bits of anger in him about this, and he was not an angry man. I agree with Frank Oz. Good job, Frank. Anyway, Henson believed that even though he owned the trademark of them to them, the Sesame characters really belonged to children, and he did not want these Muppets to spoiled. Yeah, in his mind they were in a special protected category, and he was their caretaker. I meant to say. Sorry. Yeah. Anyway, the thought of Eisner trying to hijack, which is not good, them bred no small amount of what? Mistrust. Yeah. Okay. In ill where there was no way in H word am I gonna say they were going to happen. We call laws. Yeah. According to Cooney, hang on, let me move the mouse a little bit. Yeah, sorry, I just wanted to stop the video and all of a sudden this happened anyway. Henson came up with a plan in late winter and early spring 1990, vowed to her they would change in the proper paperwork necessary to ensure that ownership of the Sesame Street Muppets would necessary to ensure that ownership of Sesame Street Muppets would yeah, sorry, I kept mumbling in my mouth. Transferred to CTW upon his death. The split his license and merchandising would continue. The trademark and the rest of the Coonies Muppets Corporation? Yeah, I agree. That Henson died before his intentions could be conditioned for yeah, whatever, and the legally binding document was the bitter pill for Cooney to swallow. I don't know why. She knew that the time would come very soon when she would have to engage in the Blink First showdown with Eisner and the Disney machine over the time, but today was not the day to dwell on that. No matter how the peer kept imagining whatever on their mind, today is the day to remember, to celebrate Jim. Yeah, Jim Henson. And just then, the service began. Not with an vulgarization, but rather than with a growling strains with jury dozen brass bam, Dixieland bam, fall and especially for New Orleans, for the organization, just what Jim wanted, just to let me see, yeah, this is what Jim wanted, to the measured between of the old Negro spiral, to just a closer walk of the face, Jane Henson and her children led the 12-minute professional in the Dragon Coronation Hallway space with Brad and the tuba, and swag, and of the muted trumpet, and squeal of the clarinet. Yeah, I don't know why. It was a music meant to send the spirit of James Murray Henson. Yeah, swallowing in that great, good place. We'll be right back, because I have to delete 2 videos for my part 2 unboxing video. Stay tuned. Coming up, people, there will be a summer 2015 party marathon thing from May 1st till July or August 2015. You won't want to miss that, so that's part of the birthday celebration thing and things like that. There'll be other parties like E3 party, WWDC party, things like that. So, yeah. They're coming up right here on stream, so you don't want to miss that. But WWDC will be coming on June 8th from June to June 12th, and E3 will be coming on June 16th till June whatever. I don't know. But yeah, stay tuned for that. So yeah, that'll be before June 28th starts. But yeah. So, stay tuned. welcome back to the finally commercial break, and now it's time to read two and a half whatever kind of pages I'm gonna read. How long is this so far? 10. Two separate pages to read, and then just 3 parts to read, and then that's it. Anyway, Sesame Street began as a flash of burns that struck like a bolt from the gods. Cooney was its mother of invention, while Lloyd and Marset, a connected vice president at the Colony Corporation, was its final godfather. Sesame's moments of culmination are occurred at the dinner party at Cooney's apartment when Marcia and his wife were discussing how their 3-year-old daughter Sarah had become transferred by television. She would sit in front of a test parrot at 6:40 a.m. waiting for the cartoons to appear at 7 a.m. But the same thing millions of the kids were doing all across the country, and Image with the confounded Cooney. I don't know why. Within days of the dinner, Cooney, Morissette, and 3 other consumers engaged in pouring of ideas how to master the adjective qualities of television and do something of good with them. What if became their praise? What if you could create content for television that would both entertain and interesting? What if it went down more like ice cream and then spinach? I don't know why. Look. What if we stop complaining about the vanity we all allowing our children to see and did something about it? Over the summer of 1967, Cooney was across the countries protesting the idea of a daily show for preschoolers that would teach basic school strategies, concepts, with her confident and persuasive, I don't know why, writing style. The former reporter drew up a proposal that, with more skillful birthing and networking, secured a $1 million grant for the colony and millions more from the federal government, the Corporation for Public Broadcasting, and the Ford Foundation. Then, with her funds, Cooney began her team down roundup that would, after Sesame's first season, result in 3 Emmys, a Peabody, and the cover of Time. Henson Loop in the private provide the missing Academy in the summer of 1969. Is that true? Anyway, Ted's audiences of preschoolers in Pennsylvania have rejected live-action sequences starts with the Mockingbird Street with trash cans on curbs and laundry hanging out from Tisbet windows, but that was before Henson began sketching a bird puppet that would be so oversized that a 6-foot-tall man high with it would be required to work with his long neck and mouth with an outstretched arm, and that would be before the idea of roles to have a contract or a puppet pop up inside one of these trash cans and provide a grouch's view of everyday life. Yeah. And that was before the ideas arose to allow two best friends puppets, one playful and upbeat. One idea arose and allowed to I don't know why. One over rest and square to provide comedy in the classic mode of Harry, Burroughs and Allen, Martin Lewis. In the history of show's business, there probably never was a straight man that banana yellow bird and paperclip collector pigeon fanger. It was Henson who helped the greatest the most ambitious experiment in children television, finding legs. Yeah, those legs were yellow and attached to the curious 8-foot canary, and it's not the oddest part of the story by long shot. And Henson's touch helped divinely establish Sesame Street, declare I cannot pronounce the word. Balance between fun and learning, as he wanted to describe it. Cooley understood from the show's earliest days, but before it became a brand of excellence here and around the globe. It used television to teach the alphabet, and counting to 20 would have to be noble and fat. Now it's nearly as much fun. Without him, Henson's influence also helped to create the two toward audiences that their social of Sesame's vast and initial appeal. Kids watching Raptor. The parents watch too. Don't know why. But anyhow, often laughing. If you heard that, please ignore it. So, yeah. Often laughing to the Wigging reference to pop culture. Some parodies and outrageous puns that came out of the mouths of Muppets. Henson was a key, but he wasn't the only vision among the early achievements of Sesame Street. There was a whole gang of them, many of whom Garrison and first names begin with the J. That has the occurrence that near Mr. Stature for the 39 years, and the show has been aired on PBS. Well, now it's 45 years. Guaranteed to be 46 this year. Well, just to let you know, everyone. Yeah. Besides Joan Cooney and Jim Henson, was a she got the ugly hand some. Mostly the late Joan Stone, who was the writer, director, and producer, drew the cast and crew under his spell and established a creative atmosphere of the Reagan Trust. There was a scriptwriter, composer, lyrics, and poet, Jeff Moss, who passed away. I don't know why, but whatever. Sometimes difficult, but always passionate, controllable to the show. Finally, there was the late Joe Rasapo, who passed away in 1989. The musical Prologue provides Sesame Street with signature sound and sing-along melodies that are true to this day. In the early years, there was an Austrian round table and above remarks able souls, logsons and artists, dreamers and pragmatists, folk singers, story illustrators, and both types PhDs, all gathered with a singular purpose. They came together to the star-crossed moment in American life when people of means who live in comfort could choose to dedicate their energize to the less fortunate and forgotten. The very poor and the prerogative of the Auburn girls, Sesame to see beyond the wildest imaginings, and in doing so, changing the world one child at a time. Now I'm going to read one final part of the story, and that's it. Anyway, and that is, and then we're going to wrap up and do part 2 of the whole story. Anyway, these memories, and memories of Jim Henson, and Parker, Washer, Coonies, and service, and got on the way. She was consoled by knowledge that Henson respected her, and he respected no other woman in a special traditional life, but also their affectionate trust and bond was a mix-up into the martyr that they held together in every brick of Sesame Street. She smiled and she recalled what Henson had said once about their relationship, what he had was like a marriage. Lots of additional time together, and no, bleep, I don't want to say the S word, no. It's bad for kids and everybody. Anyway, now for the second time in less than a year, she was buried in one of her originals. The previous February, it scenes the death of Rascal, which I agree, which is sad. The jurist name dropping, often bewildering talent whose final, the towering years occurs by cancer. I don't know why, but whatever. And the twist that seemed almost too much to be in television tribute to Raspio was scheduled to air on PBS hours after Henson died. Couldn't watch it in bed and cry out. Which is kind of sad, actually. Which, plus, Raspio also did this theme song, Shiny Time Station. In Germany, if you watch this, buddy, you're gonna love that. Anyway, she have also been in tears listening to Jones Stone earlier in the day. Speaking after Henson went from the pub did. Sorry, I don't remember exactly how Jim and I met. said Stone. It was in 1963. Yeah, or 64. Yeah, I can't read those years, but only the numbers, not the words. Anyway, but from the moment we met, we never very far apart. For me, the early hours of May and 16th, we live a nightmare. I don't know why. One by one, all of us hear the unendurable, and we all must have have had the same reaction. This is a big mistake. Well, I agree, Joe Stone, and rest in peace to you. It was an epic mistake. Anyway, Stone overwhelming Barry made it through from his brief remarks, and as he walked off, all eyes were on Big Bird. Yeah, I agree. We walked toward the grand piano. Over the years, Stone, sticker from preparation and prompt rehearsal, has grown impatient with Carol Spinney, who is Big Bird. Anyway, a puppeteer who can easily assess his inner child. Spinney, who is since day one of Sesame Street, had provided voice and movement for sweet, gradual Big Bird and high-spirited, Oscar, who was marvelous in his speed. But he had an opportunity, especially for studying his lines, purposing to read them fresh, often as he had his already stepped his Big Birds and awkwards and conferring costume. Well, on this day there would be the distance between director and the performance of and Spinney left no dry eyes. But when Big Bird went with Bird's aching renditions of Being Greedy and Often's to Sylvan Pins written by Raspo, who passed away, I said. And just before Big Bird treads off, he looked at Skyward and said, "Thank you, Kermit." So, that about wraps it up for today's book reviews. LukeJ62895 book reviews. Hope you all enjoy it, finally. And stay tuned for more book reviews. And we're going to still read Street Game by Michael Davis. And today, we're going to read chapter 1 of the book. But until then, this is Luke Jefferson saying goodbye. Peace out, baby. We'll see you in the next book, LukeJ62895 book reviews very soon. So until then, goodbye.